Welcome to another Hifuu hour. If this is your first time here, please be convinced to head to the first Hifuu hour and watch the intro to get the full context. We will be talking about Case 6 based on the game Teehee 10 Mountain of Faith. It's a crazy ride, so please enjoy. Play it in the background, get some snacks, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Link in the description to the case and to the series in general. Hello guys, welcome back to another Hifuu hour, and today we will be discussing Case 6 of Welcome to the Hifuu Detective Agency.
Clap, 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 clap.
You see, wasn't that good? That was the best one. None to say, Guy? You want me to carry more?
Dude, can you wait
Fine.
just a moment?
I'll keep rambling then. So yes, we'll be discussing Case 6, which is based on Mountain of Faith, Teehee 10. The case is pretty... It's not as convoluted as Case 4, that's for sure. In my opinion, obviously. I do not know. Maybe this is. Maybe I don't know anything, and this is actually really, really confusing. And
It's
I just
not
got it
that
wrong.
good.
Shush!
Not that
Be quiet, you. You're doing your thing, right?
I'm talking!
Oh, now you want to talk? Okay. That's fine. He was busy playing Cookie Run
I was not.
on paid time. But it's whatever.
Circumstances out of my control entered my area of recording.
Okay.
I am speaking, I wanted to speak that, it's not as hard. It just has a lot of, things you need to pick up on. Like a lot of threads. They're not that convoluted. It just, you need to understand them all first.
Yeah.
I think that's the point. But it's not that hard.
Let's start up. Anyway, I'm Jay Melicity, short for Malice. You know, I'm the host of this, and this is my co-host Guy. Say hello.
Goodbye.
Or goodbye. Goodbye can work too. And basically, well, we do this every time, but you know, I'll keep it shorter and shorter each time. I read Welcome to the Hifuu Detective Agency. I almost said the other one.
I was funny. I was thinking the other one. The other one is so much. It's the Mandela effect, okay?
The Mandela effect. Yeah.
Are you joking me? But it has to be because there's no way we can both remember the same fucking name for the thing.
Yeah.
This is Mandela effect.
This is the Mandela effect. But no. This is Welcome to the Hifuu Detective Agency is a novel. Is a detective-based novel, which I read, and Guy has already read it. He's read the whole thing, I think.
Yes.
Is it even finished? Is it finished?
No.
It's not finished.
No, it's not. It's in hiatus. So it's not finished.
Yeah, it's in hiatus right now, but he is caught up. What the fuck? Did you hear that?
I did. What the fuck was that?
I don't know. Who cares? Anyway, he has caught up to it, and I haven't. So we're gonna play. We play the detective game. Well, I do. I read most of the story. Get to the interstice. I don't know what they call it now. Cause
challenge. It's interstice. You know, it's a challenge to the reader.
Even though in the long novel it doesn't tell you like where it happens, it just has the chapter numbers, I think.
No. It has a title, a challenge to the reader.
Oh really?
Yes.
Oh okay.
It still says like it doesn't like the chapter name in the AO3 ones. I think was interstice.
Yeah.
Like the chapter name, but the first thing you read was a challenge to the reader.
Okay.
Like as a title.
All right.
So you can say just the reader's challenge or challenge to the reader section.
I basically do the reading challenge, and Guy listens and laughs at me for how wrong I am, or how right I kind of is. Yeah, that's basically the whole thing.
Or I help guide you through.
Yeah, you're gonna help me a lot with this one, because there's a lot to cover.
Yeah.
But yeah.
There's not that much. You're overreacting. I feel like you're making this out to be way harder than it is. Okay, it's hard to understand when you read it for the first time. Sure, I've had to reread a couple of phrases, but then you understood, and everything makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you have the power of hindsight in mind, too, so...
Yeah, I don't know what role to pick today.
It's whatever you choose. The world is your oyster, as they say.
I'm feeling like Rentaro Amami today, so maybe we'll do that.
Yes. I've played these games before, as he says, in Danganronpa.
Not the reference I was going for, but sure.
It's the best reference.
Sure.
But anyway, where do you want to start?
Do you want to do a summary of the case first?
Oh, sure, yes. A summary of the case. Some newcomers come into Gensokyo. Yes, in the form of a god and a priestess, a green one. You know, everybody in the Tengu and the Kappa places are riled up because of these newcomers, and Renko and Maribel happen to see Sanae. Not Sanae. Fuck. Okay. No, they go to Reimu. Yes, they go to Reimu first because Aya is missing apparently, and it's been a month since the Boon Boon Maru newspaper has flown down. So Renko decided to ask around and stuff, and Reimu has no idea, but she does mention how a little green gremlin came to her place and forced her to convert to her religion, basically. Yes. So Reimu's mad about that, you know, and Renku's interested in it, of course. So
Most vulnerable person to join a cult.
yes. So they stumble upon Sanae because she was just outside near the steps, and she whisks them away to Maria Shrine, which happens to look like the Suwa Grand Shrine from the outside world. I don't want to talk about that right now, but anyway, they stop by. They meet Kanako for the first time, which is cool. They do a little sleepover, a little pillow fight. Okay, they didn't do that, but they should have. There was a missed opportunity, and they talk about
the priorities.
They talk about life, you know, things like that, where she came from, lots of pop culture references that I picked up on. I picked on some. Haruhi, I love that show. I didn't finish the show, but
Sanae won't stop doing those. By the way, it's gonna be permanent.
It's her thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I overall I do like Sanae in this. She's fun. I feel like she's gonna add a little twist to it. Yeah, I like her. Then they sleep, but Renko decided to force Maribel to open a little portal to a secret place where our main girl, Suaka, is held. Yeah, so they meet Suaka too. So that's fun.
Suaku?
Suako too.
You said Suaku.
Suaku. But there's so many oos, okay? Leave me alone. They meet Suako.
Suako.
She doesn't really...
Suako.
They meet Suako. I don't know how much she has in this case, honestly. I mean, we barely get time with her. I mean, yeah, we have her for dinner and shit, but it was pretty short-lived, in my opinion. So...
But you think she should have a better role?
Maybe. Again, I do not know how this case ends, but...
Hey, don't worry. That's... She gets her spotlight in another case.
Okay.
Don't worry. She's gonna be way more important in, like, the future cases, so... She's gonna get her things, just not now. You don't need her.
Okay, yeah, we don't need her now. Ow! We don't need her now. Great. That's great to
We
hear.
don't need her now. That's truly the only thing. That's like she gets so much more relevance in everywhere else in her own case.
Okay. Yeah. So they meet her. Kaneko's pissed, obviously, because it was a secret. It was supposed to be a little secret, because supposedly, they wanted to, build up some street cred first before showing a curse god to everyone, which I guess is fair, you know. And they go home. No, then Sanae meets them at the village. They have fun. Sanae explains her mafia tendencies on how to claim other families and shit like that. So that's funny. What happens after that?
I guess that happens.
I guess that happens. No. After that, the fight happens, right? Like, I mean, obviously there's things between them, but
yeah, but then, bro, you forgot that what happened to Aya, dude?
Yeah, but they don't do that until like after the fights happen, right? They don't.
Then what's going on after the fight? Okay. Get it going.
Okay, fine.
You're super slow. Like, oh, they leave and then they go back and then they leave and then they go back. Sir, get on.
Okay, fine. They go to Reimu. She's not there. She went out with Marisa to beat up on the newcomers because they came, and yeah, things happen. Renko decided she wanted to play mediator. She fails horribly. They laugh at her. Sanae gets beat up. She falls down. And she cries and shit. And Kaneko gets beaten off screen. Everything's handy dandy. Then after things settled, Sanae was like, to tell you the truth, I'm a god and I'm really sad. So cry for me. Then after that, they go home and go to Akyu for some. No, they don't go to Akyu. They go to Akyu, yes, but she's not there. So they go to Teehee first. They tip her. She tells us some things about, I don't know how to say their names for shit, but the past for this case, yes.
What?
With the I don't have their names on me right now, but you know what I mean, right? Yeah.
What are you talking about, sir?
With Kaneko, the god she's supposed to be based off.
Takeminakata.
Yeah, that. I'm not saying that.
Takeminakata.
Takamina Taka.
No! Takeminakata.
Takeminakata?
Yes.
Oh, Takeminakata. And how, he went, took over, quote unquote, the place, in the Sui Grand War? In the war. Something like that.
Yeah. Yes.
Tell us that. Then we go to...
This is supposed to be a quick summary, sir, not a...
Yeah,
This is everything that happened.
Okay, she tells us...
Don't worry about the details.
She tells us the details. We go to IQ. She tells us more things about divine spirits and gods and things like that. And that's it. Yeah. That's where it's left off, Where Franco's like, I don't think we should tell her this. If it's the truth. So, yeah. Summary done.
Yeah. Alright. That was a long summary.
No, it was 5 minutes probably.
Anyway, sir, let's go look at the questions now, shall we?
Yay!
Sir, who is Lady Kanako?
Okay. Based on what
Do you have any theories? Any theories? You don't need to have a full theory, just a little pointers if you want.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do that. So with what Aya said,
ideas.
Let me talk. With what Aya said,
bro.
With what Aya said of her being a really young god, she's not Takeminakata. She's not the person or the other one, the wife. She's a younger god, so that's something we know. So she's not the god she says she's based off of. who is she? What I think, well, it's one of my things. She might be, it feels
You have
so
multiple
obvious.
tries.
It feels so obvious, but I don't know if I fell for a red herring or not, but I probably did. She might be, Sane's mom. Yeah. Boom.
Okay. So that's your conclusion. She's Sanae's mom.
Possibly, yeah. She's some sort of family. Why are you laughing? I hear the snickers.
Nothing, dude. Nothing.
Okay, fine. As I was saying, she's Kaneko's mom because she's not
Kaneko's
Kaneko's
mom?
mom. She's Sane's mom. Because her parents died in a car crash, right?
Yes,
Like
sir.
really, really young. And like,
Yes, sir.
then she started to see gods like at 4, I think.
Yeah.
At some young
Yeah.
age, she started seeing gods.
Right. Yeah. And everyone saw them, like including the grandma.
Well, she can only see them sometimes, and only in the shrine. But anyway, Vasani could see him all the time, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And divine spirits, something about them, right? Like they become divine spirits like when they die.
Yes.
Yes, they become divine spirits when they died. So, who died? Her parents. So, it might be a conclusive thing to say that it may be her mom.
I see that. Okay. But that doesn't...
But, yes, please go ahead and destroy me.
Dude, stop sounding like Ranko. I'm talking about, I'm talking about, like, even if she is Sanae mom, like, how would you explain Sanae's, like, powers and stuff?
Her powers.
Like, why did they come to Gensokyo?
Ain't that the next question?
That's the last one.
Oh, the last one? Why did they come to Gensokyo?
There's 3.
Okay. The Gensokyo thing. This is gonna sound... because, Sanae believes she's a god herself, right?
Yeah.
I
don't remember if she like said, "Oh, Kaneko told me this" or something.
Yeah, I don't know if she said someone told her that, but she believes it because she says, "I have a secret, that she was a god herself." But like,
yeah,
to be a god, you have to like
living god, God.
She says living god.
Yeah, I'm just clarifying.
No, it's fine.
Shut up.
No, it's fine. I just want to be sure about this. She says she's a living god. Okay. I don't. But there's not really much information on what a living god is, because we got divine spirits and native gods. Those are the two descriptive things we have.
Yeah, but so what would you classify Suwako then? Suwako is what then?
Suwako?
For you.
She's a native god, right? No? Well, you can't tell me. Yeah, she's a native god.
Also more.
She's more than a native god.
No, like, do you know Suwaku's whole lore? Historically?
Historically? Do they explain it in the case?
Yeah. Suwako, like, didn't you read about the thing about myriad gods, my guy?
Yeah, I did. Like, a culmination of many things, right? And things like that?
Yeah.
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 So,
like,
it wasn't like one person, it was just like multiple gods.
Yeah, like, we're...
Yeah. So...
Yeah, like...
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes. So...
What would you say about Sanae then, knowing she's like a living god? You were cooking something.
You were saying something.
Like, if Sanae is a god, then...
she must be a culmination of... Oh my god, of something... can I just... I don't know.
You can.
I don't know if I should...
Say it.
One thing, okay. This is not true, okay. This is just a random thing I'm gonna say. Sanae died. She was in the car too. She died as well. And her grandma was so grieved and struggling, that a culmination of her, of the baby formed. And that's why Sanae's a god. Yes. But
but there's like she doesn't need to be a myriad god. Like myriad god is Wako.
yeah, okay, yeah, exactly.
Like think with me this way. Like the like for example Minoriko and
Yeah, the
like
harvest
the Aki
gods.
sisters. The Aki sisters are not a myriad god, for example.
Yeah.
I guess they are kind of.
I mean-
They kind of express themselves in like two different gods. We're gonna don't. This was a horrible example. Hina.
Hina.
Hina's
Okay.
a single god.
Yeah.
See, so like
Misfortune.
yeah, so you don't exactly need to be a myriad god to be a god.
True. But like, since she's the god of like misfortune and stuff, right? What is Sanae
Yeah,
the god of
this-
though? Like, she's a god, right? So she has to be something.
What do you mean, like something? What isn't she? What do you mean, like she has to be something? Who?
Like Sanae, she's a god, right?
Yes.
But like gods until like
What do you mean?
until she does something for faith and things like that. I mean, I know in the outside world she did like miracles, right? So would she be the god of miracles?
Not exactly like that. There's something you need to understand that there's something that unites all gods in the Toho universe.
I don't know what that is.
So
Maybe I do. Maybe
what do
I
you do? What? Wait, what the fuck did you say? I didn't even understand.
I said maybe I do. Maybe I forgot. That's all.
Like, think with me here. Let's think about this logically here. What makes a god and not a god? In the definition sense. Like, what do you do? What do you do? What do people do to God?
Oh, faith, worship, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's faith.
Not exactly
Not exactly.
faith. Yes, faith. Faith in Sanae's case, I guess. But do people have fucking faith in Hina?
No.
That's what I'm trying to say. You
I
should more or less say it's more like worship because of the fact that not every god has, like, I guess people worship Hina in the sense that they do like those dolls of misfortune,
Yeah.
but they don't exactly have faith in Hina because people fucking it's like go get away from her because they literally do not have faith in her. You see what I mean?
It's like Suako because she's a cursed god. No one like has faith in her.
People worship her.
I mean, yeah,
because
people
they don't
worship her
want the
because they don't
fucking
want bad
curses.
shit to happen. Yeah.
See, like, so, like, I think it's more correct to say worship in this for gods because of that.
Yeah, it's like more like the ideals of said thing fuels them basically.
Yeah.
And Sanae was getting a lot of that loving in the outside world.
Yeah.
So.
Because she performed miracles.
Yeah, she performed miracles for lots of people, even though her grandma and Kaneko said not to, but she was doing it anyway. Even her family, so the people inside the shrine were worshiping her and things like that. It was probably pretty weird.
Worshipping her.
Yeah, I mean like in the same shrine home thing.
Yeah.
Really troublesome.
And then, yeah, I see.
And then like her.
So why do you think they moved out then? Like,
why do I think they moved out?
Yeah, what do you think that's the reason that they go to Gensokyo?
I don't know. I don't feel like the reason was because of what maybe a hint of what Sanae said. Like, they wanted her to live, a normal girl life somewhere.
Anything else?
And then what Renko said was Suako and Kaneko were losing faith, and they were going to disappear and shit, so that's why they left. Those are two reasons that they said in the story. So I kind of want to rule those out since they told me that, but
I mean, depends if you have logic to back up why you're ruling them out, or if you have any other reason that, it sounds better. If you want to go back to this one later, we can.
Wait. No, we don't gotta skip question.
You can tell us, Malice. I know you're avoiding the second question.
I'm not avoiding the second question. But
you can be honest.
Why did Muta get so cute?
You have no idea.
No.
This will come. This. Let's go to the second question, sir.
Fine. Okay. We'll go to the next question.
Like, this one is. I think this one you need to think about everything, and then you can form your conclusions. I think it's best if we go with this one.
Okay.
Why does the Moria Shrine probably resemble the Suwa Grand Shrine of the outside world?
Yay! So this one. So Moria Shrine is like the left one of the whole Grand Shrine, correct? Like,
what?
It's not the whole thing.
Yes.
Only contains some parts.
Yes.
Ranker and Maribel talk about how there weren't any, like, even though it's the same place, it doesn't have, like, the tourist signs or shit like that, the trash cans. And Kaneko claims, like, that she only took the spiritual part of the place and brought it here. So the physical part is still there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Ranko and Maribel was, like, still there. It wasn't, like, yeah, the timeline's, it's safe, apparently, maybe.
So you said you think that, like, we just took the parts that, like, were spiritual and we left the rest there.
She didn't take everything that was spiritual there, though, because she only took, like...
She did... Wait, say.
She didn't take everything that's spiritual, because I think they talked about how, like, she didn't bring, like, most of the gods, I think. Like, and she only brought, like, some of the lake, because, when it freezes over and, the T, Mr. T, walks on the ice to meet his wife. That's not there, I think. That was mentioned.
Yeah. Yes.
And things like that. And I feel like, I guess, since Kaneko's not the real god or whatever, she doesn't need it.
Yeah.
But she still brought the lake with her.
Mm-hmm.
And the lake runs down the mountain.
Yeah.
And I think that was just a thing she brought, so since she claims herself to be god of mountains and stuff, she's on one. Like, you see a lake, and the lake, is from Maria Shrine, you're gonna think, oh, that's the lake that's coming, up from, Maria Shrine, it gives her, well, not her, but, if she was a native god, power, right? Because it's
yeah.
It doesn't matter as long as it's, like, on the land. Doesn't really matter. That thing. So, why she brung, repeat the question one more time?
I just want to say something I was thinking right now.
Yeah.
I think you're banking a bit too much on Aya's info.
Yo, really? Okay.
Like, for a specific reason that I'm just gonna make a question here.
Okay.
For you to think about. Would Sanae not worship a Kaneko?
Huh?
Why would... Like, hear me out. Where do Sanae's miracles come from?
Her gods, supposedly?
Yeah, but then, like, if fucking Kanako's not a god...
Well, I'm not saying she's not a god. I'm just saying she's not the god that she says she is.
But would Sanae notice that or not, knowing she's also a god?
I don't know, because, like, they've been there since she was, like, a young child, so, like, I wouldn't see how she would be like, wait a minute, this isn't who she says she is? Because why would she question it, like, at all? Like, she gets the powers, and her miracles work, and, like, she was born with above average priestess powers than usual in the family in general. So, that's a good question.
So,
Damn it.
There's also a point I think it would be interesting. I mean, the Tango could just be saying this so they don't have to fucking pray to her.
That is true, but like,
because they're fucking pesky, stubborn bitches.
I don't think they would have to run around not wanting to pray to her. I think they would be more inclined to just not do it and be like, no, fuck you, Take, somewhat, Mr. T. But I don't know.
I mean, it was Kaneko who just up and said, yeah, no, I'm Take Minakata, so I don't know.
Because even Aya said, if it was Mr. T, they would have welcomed him with open arms. I don't know if that's true. It feels kind of... I just don't think the Tanker would back down like so easily to Mr. T. Even if it...
Tengo, it's not Tengo's nature, dude. Unless it's like a fucking Oni.
Yeah, I mean, Oni's, you know.
Well, you got something to share with us? Is Take Minakata half Oni?
No. That would be something. It was foreshadowing Suika showed up.
Suika showed up like super early.
Exactly, but it was there, you know.
You should have meant Kaseni Baraki. But I understand you don't say things that are smart.
Okay.
In any case.
Oh yeah, and
so you think?
Oh.
Speak. I was gonna redirect the conversation, but there's only to redirect if you speak.
Yeah, and Sanae talks about how her uncle wanted to do something, you know, make her into a business, and Suwako dissuaded him from that. Does that mean anything? Like, what did she do? He's not dead, right? She just dissuaded him. Like, he's still alive.
What do you mean? Like, dissuaded, like... What do you mean about what's wrong with it?
Because, like, in her backstory, she explains how her uncle wanted to make her into a business, but Suwako did something to dissuade him from it. So, like...
Like, I'm your fucking god. Obey me or fucking go to hell, bitch. I'm a curse god.
I mean, but, like, ain't it explained how only she was able to see them in the first place?
She wasn't the... What was the explicit...
Her grandma could see them sometimes, but she was
the rest of...
I don't remember her saying anyone else could see them besides her grandma. Am I wrong?
Maybe it's not like she needs... Maybe not like they need to see them, even, like...
I mean, I guess they still believed in them, so, like, if they're like, yeah, it was definitely Suwako who did that shit to you, he would believe it.
Yeah, like, but also consider this. Your family's been religious over this fucking curse god for, like, fucking generations.
True.
You wanted to do a really cool business venture with your, like, niece. All about your niece. Your niece is the centerpiece. And then somehow a fucking curse that sometimes you read about on your little scriptures about your god happens. Would you be dissuaded or would you keep going?
That is true.
You need to think of these people as, like, highly religious because...
Yeah.
If someone believes in Sanae enough to do fucking business, you see, like, what I'm trying to say. Like, superstition is pretty high. So you probably need to think of that more as, like, they probably just fucking saw something and chickened out.
Yeah. Man. You know,
not even necessarily seeing it. Just...
For a while, like, I imagine, like, if this was a whole different thing, and Suwako just killed the uncle, and they fled against Sokyo to escape Sanae being blamed for murder, I think that would be pretty cool. But, yeah.
Oh my god, bro's gonna... Guys, watch out, because Malice might make this an isekai anime later.
Oh, and the grandma, is she dead? Sanae's kind of like... The way she phrased it, like, she was cold or some shit. Is she dead?
I think so. I don't remember, but I think so.
Oh, I see.
Otherwise, I don't think there's much... Otherwise, like, I don't know. Why would they fucking move?
Yeah, would just leave the grandma by herself.
No, dude, that's mean. That's evil.
Yeah.
Even I don't think they would do that.
Yeah. So, okay, so she's dead. Oh, damn, that sucks. So like, yeah, she like
People
her.
die, Melanie. People die.
I mean, yeah, with her only like human support gone and shit, like I guess they would move too. That's another reason.
Yeah, like you don't got any other like good things in this world. So if you're fucking ostracized by everyone, if you like no one treats you right, and yeah, I think I would be considering
Yeah.
the option or not be too averse.
Yeah, but yeah. Anyway, that was it. That was just. I just wanted to know that.
But what do you think? Why do you think they resemble each other? The shrines? Is it because of the spiritual stuff?
Um,
Like it needs
if I
to be.
wanted,
Let's be clear. Let's be clear about something here. What exactly is similar or not, according to like physically, like things that we can objectively see, not what Suwako says. What you can
but like what we can
know.
see. Okay, if I want to
Yes,
be,
like what you can.
if I want to be cute about it, they brought the places where Sanae's been to. She has her room, her clothes, things like that. She probably been in that kitchen before. It's things from her life. They brought
What
here.
was her life?
Shrining.
Shining what?
Training, doing. I don't know what her life was.
No, like
Wait.
if like think about it. If they brought the fucking rooms and the kitchens and stuff, they didn't bring the inside of it, and they must have brought the outside too.
Yeah.
So you mean to say that they brought the spaces that Sanae lived in, including the outside?
No. I mean, like in the, like just the.
Like what was wasn't there a part when Renko was talking about like, oh wait, this is like really similar to that one time we went to the fucking Moria shrine in the Sua Grand Shrine in the outside world, right? Right, Mary? Right, Mary? Right,
Yeah,
Mary?
they talk about the big the knot. I don't know what's it called, but it was the knot and things like that. I mean,
Like what was the difference that she like talked about?
what was the difference? It was
I
only
was
like the left
reading-
shrine. It was only like the left one.
Yeah.
Akemiya, the Akemiya, I think.
Akemiya, yeah.
They only
Yeah,
brought that one.
So the Akemiya includes, if we go by your assumptions, what you said right here about Sanae living spaces, so the Akemiya includes Sanae's living quarters, right?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
Because we've been there.
Yeah.
We saw it. And also includes any like shrine activities, like worshipping grounds.
Yeah.
For the gods.
Mhm.
And the lake. A part of the lake.
Yeah. And the big the wooden logs too.
The tree.
Which is behind us right now. Haha. So that's fun.
I can't see it at the moment.
You can't, but you'll see it soon. In a year. But yeah.
Go fuck yourself. Anyways, so that's what you say is the Akemiya, right?
That's what they say, yes.
So, what does that make then of the outside world?
Of the outside world, what is it?
Like the Stua Grand Shrine is just without those two gods. Wouldn't you think it would make something?
Yeah, I think
more notable.
Be pretty, hectic if like both gods were gone, and since Renko and Minerva went there in their time, and it was seemingly normal, they didn't notice like, yeah, the religious people were still there. They were doing their things.
Yeah, like the religion didn't die.
Yeah, the religion didn't die.
What by religion here? What do we mean?
Their faith. Yeah, their faith. Their thing.
On who?
On Mr. T.
Mr. T.
Their faith on Mr. T didn't die. And Suako's fine because, like, you know, it doesn't really matter where she goes, right?
There's a difference here.
Mm-hmm.
And I think now I should I think this is not the best way to bring up the note.
Okay, bring it up.
You read the AO3 translation, right?
Yes.
I was checking long novel, and the other day when I was scrolling through, I also checked the translator's Discord channel.
Mm-hmm.
There's a couple things you need to make clear here on the names. Remember when I said, Moria has 2 different spellings?
Yeah.
So, Moria, in the sense that it's Suako's name, is a single god.
Okay.
Morea, with an E, instead of an I.
It's the multiple one?
Is multiple.
Okay.
That's important to know, that it wasn't in the EO3 translation, but makes shit a lot easier now because it's 2 different things.
Okay.
So you should know that.
Alright.
About the gods.
Alright, so with that in mind, it didn't die because, like, it was Morea, right? Since there's multiple. Doesn't really...
There's like the Miria thing with all the Mishiguchi and stuff is Moria.
Yeah.
Luckily, still a part of the 8 million gods. That, like, the thing. There's also a different entity being worshipped here, which is Morea, I think. Which is, I don't know. Actually, I'm gonna be honest here, and I don't want anyone like throwing hands at me. I don't know if I'm like actually switching both names right now.
Okay.
Because I might be. I can check right now, but I might be.
I don't think so. I feel like they would make Moria, the one we know, one person. I feel like that makes sense.
But I should check.
Go ahead.
I should check this, because this might be important. Give me a sec.
Damn, you should already have this up.
Sorry, bro.
It's okay.
Alright, they literally, since I don't have access to the actual translations, I can't confirm this, but there is different spellings for Moria and Moria.
Okay.
So, let's go with my explanation, and if it's wrong, fuck me, I guess.
Fuck me, I'm the one who stole the game.
Fuck me, dude, no, I take full responsibility as co-host if any of these notes are wrong.
Take everything.
I do not mind getting stoned.
Okay, that's great. But yeah, it's still alive because there's multiple gods there, I guess. Maybe.
But let's think about it just for a little second.
Okay, let's...
Hear me out.
I'll try.
Well, if gods are alive outside, why wouldn't they just stay there? If their faith lasted till the fucking Maribel Renko age of the future...
Why didn't they just stay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say something crazy. Because Suako, not Suako, is more for Sanae's sake, because she was becoming worshipped a lot, and, like, they were gonna kill her, so she becomes a divine spirit. Yes, so they had to leave. It was getting too dangerous. So
My bad. I just got to sneeze all over the place.
Bless you.
You started talking about Sanae killing, and my instinct to sneeze.
Yeah, okay, I wouldn't say it's that extreme, but, like, Sanae was becoming, like, something she didn't want to be. And
she didn't want to be? So what do you think? Like, she don't want to be a god?
I don't think she yeah, because it was, like, her life just sucked there, dude. It was pretty ass. I mean, I guess she could be a god here.
Equating malice.
Yeah.
think with me here.
I'm thinking.
Sanae.
Yeah.
If Sanae didn't like being a god,
Why would she be worshiping and doing the
no, no,
priesthood?
no, no,
Why would she be
no.
helping
Like,
people?
why would she like literally throw away human or outside world stuff to go to Gensokyo with like two fucking gods,
That is true.
knowing full well that she was gonna be like worshiping them and she was gonna have to spread their faith still.
Well, okay. So instead of her like hating being the god, I guess she just hated.
I'm not saying she didn't. I did not say
living there?
like she, like, you can go for it that way. Like, I'm not saying like she had to hate being a god or like being a god. Like, I just don't think it makes sense.
Yeah, I get
If
it. I
you
get
get
it.
to like, I like it makes more sense to say that she fucking hated the way she was being treated
Yeah.
than like she didn't like being a god, because the way she doesn't mind doing things like this, like the Kanako like worshipping part. Like, she doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, but like
She likes to do it.
the overabundance of people coming to her, telling her she can do this, she can do that, and some
And it
things
would
she
make-
can't do.
yeah.
And it was getting to her, and she was a senior, and like it was just
Like, and if you think about it too, like that's why she hid. I think that's probably why she hid like from
Renko
Maribel and Renko, like because she had to hid it from them because like she probably felt that, oh, if I tell humans that I'm a living god, they'll want me to do things for them.
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like, she didn't exactly mind worshiping like Kanako in front of everyone, but she just minded being, like asked all those things from other people.
Yeah.
Or if you want to say worship, being worshipped. See, like that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even think she minds being worshipped. I think she just hates the pressure and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't give her enough space to, as she says,
Yeah.
be a real girl.
Yeah. I want to be a real boy. Yeah. She was ostracized. She can. Relationships didn't work and things like that. She ain't have friends.
Exactly.
She had two
Because no one saw her.
psychedelic
Yeah.
gods by her side.
Like, I think it makes more sense if you think about it that way, because she didn't have anyone to see on equal grounds now, but in Gensokyo, people don't give a fuck.
Yeah, and like, shit, other people can see her gods now, so she's not as crazy anymore.
She's less lunatic, less antidepressants,
Yeah. Yeah.
less schizo. So, that's cool.
Indeed.
But, see, like, that's why, like, I don't know if it can be exactly a reason. I guess you can say it's a reason for
Yeah.
her leaving.
I wouldn't say it's the only one, basically. Like there's obviously an underlying one that's like the big juicy part of this whole case, obviously.
Which
Which I do not know. I feel like we'll get to that later, I guess.
I don't know what else we can talk about, though. Like, I don't think
Really?
you don't have any other... Do you have any other, like, hypotheses on what is Sanae...
Wait, we went through all the
Kanako?
questions already? I saw you had more.
Yeah, it was 3 questions, dude.
Ah, I thought you had your own.
I don't have any... I've been asking you questions in the questions, dude. I've been cookiching my way over here.
Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense.
My behavior right now has been a lot... This case, I'm just gonna say that now that I don't have any questions left, and this is now more about questioning you. This case is going more like PCB than IN.
Okay, so like, it's gonna be wacky.
Yeah. So, like, do you have any other, like, ideas on any of the questions?
I probably do, because I do not want to end this now, because like,
Yeah, no, like, I understand that. That's why I'm asking, like, we can go over the questions again.
because like when
brainstorm.
Renko said herself, we probably shouldn't tell Sanae this, so it's got to be something crazy. It has to be something nuts. So, yeah.
There's a lot of... I think you need to understand the idea of nuts in...
I mean, it has to be pretty
novels.
nuts if we can't tell
Like,
Sanae about it.
PCB was nuts too, dude.
Yeah, it was
PCB
hella nuts. It was crazy.
PCB was, if you like, and I would say, in my opinion, knowing what happens and what is real, and since we're also, we forgot to fucking mention this.
What?
This solution, like, what of my criteria right now, are Renko's theory. not the truth.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
There is, but we didn't mention it. Like, I already told you this in private. We didn't
Yeah, we
mention it.
didn't mention that. It's Renko's theory, not the truth itself. If I do get some
The
of the
truth
truth right,
itself?
that's just a bonus, I guess.
Yeah, it is, because while it is similar, like, it's like a little bit of a reach over the actual thing.
I see.
So it's not that hard to get it, but you won't get there by yourself. What I mean is that, I forgot what I was gonna say. Like, I think, yeah, I remember. Like, I think that in terms of how nuts it is, I think the truth in Muff is similar, if slightly less nuts
Slightly
than
less than PCB.
PCB. Slightly less.
I see.
But in the this is really nut scale, they're both quite high.
I see.
But I think you might be overestimating it a bit.
Okay. Well, let's just
You show your ideas at a wall, and then you'll see if it's stuck.
Yeah. Let's go to the start again.
Alright, let's go back to the first question. Who is Lady Kanako?
Yes, who is Lady Kanako? Last time I said it was her mom. It's Sanae's mom.
Yes. That's one idea.
One idea. Instead of Sanae's mom, which is like pretty the most obvious choice someone could pick with the amount of references they say. Y'all act so much like a family, and it like things like that. Let's throw that out the window. She's someone else. Now I just got to think about like who else would she be? To Sanae.
Oh yeah, before I say anything, can I just make a quick religious thing right here? Religious note.
Go ahead.
On what you said.
Yeah.
If you go to everything about like historic, like folklore stuff about Kanako and Suwako, Suwako is actually the one that's associated with motherhood.
Oh yeah.
And Kanako is associated with the fatherhood. I told you about that already, but it's a funny fact.
Yeah, I mean, Suwako is a mother. What she was.
No, but like in elements as well.
Yeah.
And the other stuff, religious things, she literally is a mother, bro.
Yeah.
She's subservient. Suwako is subservient to Kanako. In folklore, not saying it's in here. This is just a funny reference I wanted to add. Continue, sir.
Yeah, I know. We know that Kano's been there since she was a baby. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
So, she's not the Take dude. She's not part of the Maria God orgy that's going on over there.
What?
What the Myrad gods? Yeah, she's not part of that.
It's Myriad.
Myriad, my fault. Myriad gods.
You should know that.
It's been a while.
You should know how to say it.
I read a lot. I only read the words. I don't say them out loud. We're throwing out the car crash thing with her parents. Instead of her being like the parents or whatever, I said the mom. Damn it! What could she be? Let me ask this. So the backstory we heard from Tay and IQ, they play a part in this case, right?
Like what? Like story? Like the story of the gods?
Yeah, the things like that.
What if I say?
Bro's dodging me.
No.
No? What do you mean? What if?
Nothing.
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 What does that mean?
It means nothing.
It means nothing. You're lying to me.
It means absolutely nothing.
You're lying to me. No. That was like 4 whole pages of text about the gods. I feel like they mean something, man. Hello?
Sir.
Huh?
I'm reading my notes.
Oh, my fault. You should say that.
I'm reading my fucking
notes.
No. No. This is the clearest no I'll ever say.
Really?
Yes. I'm saving you half an hour of chasing around here.
Okay.
I'm saying this very, very honestly. No,
Okay.
nothing. Nada.
Alright. Fine. Okay, instead of that, let's focus on the aspect of gods themselves. Yes. I feel like if we talk about that, something might click. Something might happen.
Yeah.
Because we have native gods, and we have the divine spirits. They're talked about heavily in this, and
Yeah, it's important.
yeah, it's really important to the case, right? To the case.
Yeah, yes.
So we know Kanako is a divine spirit, correct? Yes.
Yeah, what's the difference between her and Suako then?
Kanako, uh, she has a form, basically. She's a thing. She has a form. She's an ideal. People worship her specifically, and Suako, she can have a form, but like, she has no form. She's like an embodiment of nature. She's more so. She represents like the thing. Like land. I don't know how to put this.
I think you're right and wrong, sir.
Right and wrong about what, the native god thing.
Like remember when we talked about the gods and Hina?
Yeah.
Like, would you say Hina is an embodiment of misfortune?
Embodiment.
Like, if you're saying like that people like, okay, Kanako worshipped as a person, but like, what are the Aki sisters then? They're also an embodiment of autumn.
Yeah.
So I think that's a bit vague, and I don't think that exactly differentiates a god and divine spirit.
I see. I mean, I know divine spirits like have the ability to like split themselves into multiple places, right? Because like,
Yeah. Yes.
She like, because Kaneko wanted Reimu's shrine to like put up something for her, and people could worship her there. And,
yes.
And she'll be able to go there too, and she'll get faith from it too. But like with Suako's case, she can't do that because of what she is. It has to be on her place. Like, I think, as they say, like if they was worshiping a mountain, they have to like pick out what mountain it was and things like that, and that's what made the difference.
I'm just gonna tell you some funny fact. Kanako is gonna be used as a phone in the next couple cases.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, because she can just like teleport in and shit or something.
Not exactly teleport. She just she can.
I mean, not teleport. She's
materialize her voice and presence. So like, she can literally just go like, Mary goes, "Oh, I need to talk to Sanae real quick. Can I talk to Sanae?" Okay, sir. Sanae, come here.
Yeah, because she's everywhere that she can be, like.
So she's gonna be a phone now.
That's great. So I'm glad her character is so is leveled up in my case to a phone. I wish I had a Kaneko phone. That'd be cool. Anyway, yeah.
But okay, so you did not say anything about any conclusions, though.
I did not.
About what's a god and the divine spirit.
No, I did. I did a little bit, like, with the Aki talk. I don't want to open this up and read it again. But like,
more than what?
Yeah. Okay. See, they say, okay, divine spirit. They're a concept of a person who doesn't exist anymore, or maybe never existed. So since they're just an idea, they can be anywhere and everywhere, and can exist in multiple places without being diminished. And
all right.
And native gods can't do that because, they're based on the one specific thing that's viewable or seeable.
They're based on like phenomenon.
Yeah.
I think that's why you can say it, because that it can like that can include misfortune
Yeah.
as a concept. That can also involve autumn, or like passing of seasons. You get what I'm saying? Like they're more or less. Of course, there's a whole debate to be had about what can be considered a god or not in Tokyo, and lots of difference between a god and a yokai. But we're not getting to that today.
Yeah, and with the sisters, right? They're native.
Not really. Like,
Hmm?
They're native gods. They're native gods. Yes.
Yeah, they're native gods because the smell of food, the thinking of autumn, things like that, crops. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think the concept of nature is probably a bit older than the concept of misfortune, just saying.
Maybe.
I think people observed what happened around them before they started saying, oh, fuck, I am really fucking unlucky.
I guess.
In a primitive sense, you would look at the seasons first.
Yeah.
It's around you, including fucking animals like snakes or like a fucking mountain or something. Especially because they're like important for hunting and gathering and stuff like that, like the place you stay at.
Yeah.
It's more important for that. Like you say, up high in a mountain, it's harder for other people to kill you.
Yeah.
It's also harder for you to live in there, but that's a different story.
High risk, high reward thing, whatever.
People survive, natural selection.
Yeah.
Anyways, so that's what you say, like, that's the difference between them, Kanako and Suwako.
Yeah.
But they're both still worship.
Yeah. I mean...
Then, right?
Right? Kind of tripped me up with the Sanae power thing. What does she use in the fight? She specifically causes Kanako's powers, right?
Kanako's powers are vines.
Or vines.
Flowers, vines. If you want to go the historical thing, she uses Asterias. That's what's on her dress, and it's not listed in the Toho Wiki, but it's Wisterias. It's also the flower for the Fujiwaras. So they're also related. Fun fact.
Yeah. But anyway, I was talking about the fight, so I just want to
Sorry, bro. I studied their ass in minute detail once, so now I have all these facts.
That's good.
I must dump.
Yeah. She was like, oh, hair my...
They're all related. Everyone in Toho is fucking related, dude.
It's like they're all in fucking Asia or some shit.
No, dude. I'm talking about, like, in terms of family trees. You would not guess this if you didn't fucking research, I think, but Yuyuko, Toyosa Tomimi, Moko, and Kanako are all in the same... They're all related.
I don't know what's important.
This is not important. What I just said is not important. I'm just saying.
No, not you. I'm just talking about... Because when Sanae was fighting...
Oh, you weren't listening to me. Oh, you're not listening to me.
I thought you were talking to the audience. You already told me this stuff already, no? About how everyone's family together and shit like that.
Yay!
But anyway.
Fine.
I don't know, Gee. I don't know, man.
You don't know?
No.
You don't know what this...
Throw something at me, come on. Just a little hope.
About what?
I don't fucking know.
About hope about everything in general?
I guess.
If you want me to throw hope at you, I can do that. You've been right.
Sure.
No, like what you said, like, this is a funny idea, but it's right.
No. Okay, sure.
That's your hope. Deal with it.
Yay. I want to talk about... I guess I could just go through Sanae's statements, I guess. Like, what we know she said herself.
If you want to trust it, sure.
No, that's the point, because, like, it says at the end, like, oh, Sanae was a little kid, so not everything could be true. So we're gonna go through her statements herself, right? So, we can see...
Alright.
Yeah, so, okay. So first, she claims she's a god, right?
Sure.
1, she comes from a long line of descendants worshipping the goddess Maria. That's what she said.
Sure.
Her parents died when she was a baby in a horrific car crash. Per usual. Correct, okay? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. When her parents died, a little while longer, she started to see Suwako and Kanako.
I have a question.
Yes.
Can I make a question?
Go ahead.
If the power of Sanae, she said, oh, it's passed down, like ancient line of Moria worships.
Yeah.
What? Then you say, oh yeah, like her mom was the other shrine priestess.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then it was her grandma, then was everyone else.
Yeah, it's maternal.
And then it goes back, then you go up and goes to Suwako.
Indeed. I guess. Yeah. I mean,
They're descendants from her.
Yeah.
So, like, how do you think, like, the other priestesses lived?
Well, I guess there would be other priestesses, huh? It wouldn't just be her.
Like before her, like her mom.
Like her mom? How did they live?
And her grandma, and all that stuff. Like, what do you think? This has been going on for generations.
Yeah.
So, like, Sanae is not going to be the first one or the last one, probably.
Sane's
the last one I can't say.
Yeah.
But there were, like, a shit ton of them before her.
Yeah. I mean, Sane's, like, sucked, so, maybe they all suck, too! I don't fucking know. No. Her grandma's alive. She's the one who taught her, because,
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying they're not alive. I'm just saying, like,
how
they are shrine priestesses who worshipped Maria.
Yeah.
Physically.
And
they did miracles. And they did all of that jazz that Sanae has been doing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying, sir?
Say it again. Okay, they're doing the same thing Sanae's been doing. Correct, yes.
Then what does that mean?
They've been worshipping Maria, okay? They've been doing the same thing she's done.
They've been doing all of that stuff, all those miracles she did in the outside world, all that.
I wouldn't say, like, because, yeah, they did the miracle things too, but, like, did they do it to, like, this certain extent as Sanae? Like, going out and doing it, like, to random people, and people came up to her and things like that? I don't
remember this, but, like, did Sanae explicitly say who worshipped her?
The people in the family, I think. And...
Only?
No, and people outside, too, because she made it known who she was and things like that.
She made it known?
I mean, she helped people when rumors came about, apparently.
Exactly.
It started from inside the family, then rumors happened. And they came out.
So families been knowing that she could do miracles. Because of course they would. I mean, think about it.
She's the priestess.
Every single woman in that family's been doing it for generations, right?
Yeah.
Of course everyone would know.
Yeah, but like Sanae's powers has been... She said herself that it was like the best anyone's ever seen or some shit like that. Like, she was just...
I don't think she said it.
You don't think so?
She say so?
I
don't remember her saying anything like that. I don't remember saying she was above average.
I mean, I would say I might be overhyping it, but she does say like something about like her powers being like not common. I'd say.
So let me get this straight then. Let me just summarize it then, and you'll tell me what you think about it. So Sanae is a living god. right?
Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I see. It says, perhaps because of my bloodline, or perhaps because I had spent so much time with the goddesses, I was particularly apt at it. I can embody the power to call faith divine winds or create miracles. The other members of the priesthood thought I was something special. They considered me to be a saint or a living... Yeah, that.
So she was considered a living god.
Yeah, on par with Lady Suwako and Kaneko.
Right, and but for her to be considered a god, she needs to be worshipped.
Yeah.
And then she worshipped Suwako.
Yeah.
And so did probably most everyone else.
Yeah. So
Let's think with me here on a little thing.
I'm thinking. We'll try.
A little push.
Okay.
For people to say her family to say that she's something a little special, a bit like Kanako and Suwako, what do you think happened after that? People started worshipping
her.
Worshipping hard.
Yeah, like really hard.
If you just told someone, like Jesus, right? Here's Mr. T, who's
it was you. A cult.
Here's Mr. T. He's really, really, really just like Jesus.
Yeah.
You better start praying your ass. See, so like,
Yeah, like on par is kind of nuts, especially since she's like alive and there.
She's fucking a teen. She's a fucking teenager, dude.
Yeah, she's a teenager and people are worshiping her like the gods. She basically just became a fucking figure herself in her own religion she was worshipping in. That's kind of crazy. Unwillingly.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That also would explain why she didn't feel like anyone else, right? I mean.
Yeah.
Yo, I heard Sanae is pretty fucking cool. Did you notice she's just like Jesus?
She is, dude. It's God. It's God Sanae here, man. It's God Sanae here.
There's a God here. Do you mind not cursing? Do not talk about inappropriate subjects like Yuri here. The fucking God is in the room.
Yeah.
Or some shit like that, So that would explain a lot of things.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is just Sanae, right?
Maybe it's like this for everybody. And they wanted to stop that. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah, because, like, it's Maria's thing, like... I don't think she made kids to be like, yeah, you're gonna be a god, and you're gonna have kid, and they're gonna be worshipped forever, and it's just gonna keep going down the line of... That sucks. Why would you want that? I don't see any benefit, honestly, but... Suwako's sealed away somewhere.
Bro, do you think like, oh, I want to be freaky equals I want everyone in my bloodline to be worshipped like a god?
I don't think so.
She just wanted to get freaky.
Yeah, exactly, bro. Like,
she was feeling a little freaky, okay? Comes with the snake genes, okay?
it's part of nature.
Comes with the snake. It comes with the snake.
And maybe she just wants to end the god thing.
It could be. But that's a possibility. We can go with that. We can go with the other one you had, where it was like, what was it? The other idea you had
for why they left?
Yeah, like, oh, Sanae was getting sad, and we protect Sanae.
Yeah, the cute version where they just wanted to help Sanae out, just like that.
And this isn't cute anymore. It's like, oh, we also want to help Sanae out, but now it's a bit more
I mean, if you're...
Cool.
I don't know, because it's like your family cult thing. Like, you're going to have some attachment to it, I guess.
No, dude, I literally don't give a fuck about my 42nd grandma. Great grandma, dude. Stop giving a fuck.
I just can't get it out of my head because, like, when they were talking to Aki, and there's like, and being a god, whatever, yada yada, It's like, but what if you died? Then I'd be a god, right? Okay, I'll just search it up right now. If you were to die, though, then supposing you enshrined my spirit, I suppose I might become a divine spirit who could be worshipped anywhere. I don't think that's a good idea in my case, though. The Yama is already expecting my spirit. That's what she thinks. So, I think I already said it, though. Like, the cult been too culty and they want to make her a god by killing her. And
human sacrifice.
but yeah, by killing her, like, we love you so much, Sanae. We need you to become a divine spirit like the rest of them, or something. I don't know. Sheesh.
Oh my god.
What if the car crash wasn't even a car crash? Maybe they killed them too. Nah.
We need gods. We need gods.
We need a lot of gods.
We zombies, we like gods.
But
we need this power to do a machine that will kill all humanity.
Yeah, but I guess that falls apart since her grandma was still alive anyway, so it's not obviously a thing that happens.
Unless it was staged by the grandma.
Oh my god, no, that's way too much. I would kill my like, the grandma on her deathbed, she cared so much about me. She actually wanted me dead the whole time. She was actually also crazy.
I was hoping it would kill that child. I knew she was gonna be big, so I wanted to kill her to save her from her family.
Yeah, but it definitely has something to do with the cult family outside, dude. Like, I just don't know much about them to get the thing.
I mean, all you need to know is that she tried to do things like go to school and have friends, but
it didn't work.
Because people didn't really see her as an equal, and she got bullied and stuff.
Yeah, and like again, like her uncle tried to do something. Like maybe other people in the family did too, but but Suako defended her that time though, so I don't know. Like, but I guess it wouldn't change anything because they worshipped her anyway. It's like, oh, the god of our religion told us not to.
You know, the thing is that I don't think we can say anything else though. Like, the call has been going for a while now. We've been at it.
Yeah.
And we only have so many questions.
Yeah.
I think we've already went over pretty much everything though, like topic wise. As well, or is there something else you feel like you must speak?
I feel like I must blat out.
You've said things that are completely correct.
Okay, that's fine. That's yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah, that's okay. We take
those. Pretty early on too, just like PCB.
Yay! Not like fucking Imperishable Night where I got it wrong in the first 10 minutes. But yeah.
But then remember PCB? You were like, oh yeah, I have this really cool theory that the inserted truth here is actually true. Yeah. Then it's too bonkers.
Well, Yoki beat the allegations though, apparently. So he's not really in. Yeah, I can't get it out of my head.
Would he still be in a jail cell?
Exactly. I mean,
Would he still be in a jail cell without the exact allegations in those exact words, though?
I think he still would be.
I think he'd still be in the jail cell.
He could still run for president
Sanae's grandma. Just like Sanae's grandma for killing Sanae's parents. Okay. I'll stop with the Sanae grandma abuse.
She's dead anyway, it doesn't matter. Apparently. I don't know. I don't like her. I don't know. Her family's weird. Sanae's family's weird. I don't like them. Maybe that's why they left. They're just weird.
Bro doesn't like Suako, I guess.
Maybe they left to just start a whole new religion. Honestly. To get rid of the daughter thing. Just, do their own thing. I mean, she does replicate another god, though. So, I don't know how that works. Because, what if the real
one... What do you mean, replicate?
Kaneko. Because she's not Mr. T.
Oh, pretend?
Yeah. Cause like she's not the goddess of the mountain like she claims to be.
I mean, did she ever act like a god from the mountain though?
She lives on one. But no, she doesn't. I don't even... What the fuck did she do in paper? I don't think she... We don't see her fight. We know she could... She's a divine spirit. She goes around, does things. But we really never seen her...
role is more or less... If I had to say, even, like, knowing what happens after, like, right after, this is not even about the truth, it's just right after. She's more or less a diplomat.
Yeah, she's just there to get the things going, you know. She's the cog, I guess.
She's the brains, dude.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
And this
Suako's
is
the
even
real
more
deal
notable.
here, you know.
This is even more notable
because
in the fucking next case. The next case, like, literally, she's the literal brains, and Suwako is the fucking brawn. So, like,
also Kaneko has a abundant knowledge of technology as well. They talk about that multiple times, in fact, that she's really apt at technology and stuff. That's why she bases all her... Huh?
Gods can't be nerds anymore.
I mean, in terms of... I don't feel like a god would be checking to see how they can make a comparison to computers and godhood and tell them to human people, but... She's really apt on technology, unlike Suako. And Suako was from the outside world too, and she was there out. She wasn't like, okay, I guess she was.
She fucking knows technology, dude.
But not as much as Kaneko, definitely. I mean, obviously.
Sanae, should I? You don't know this yet.
I mean, maybe Kaneko.
Actually,
maybe Suako.
Dude, both of them are fucking huge nerds in different areas.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Kaneko is a nerd for tech.
Yeah.
Suwako is a nerd for otaku culture.
Okay, see, that makes sense. That's what I mean.
Like, Suwako fucking loves mechs. The fuck?
Okay, yeah, I see that.
And Kaneko loves elevators, so...
Yeah, but who would you call for tech support? Kaneko or Suako? Kaneko, obviously.
Kaneko.
Exactly, that's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
Like, no, Korindo having PC problems calls Kaneko.
Yeah. She probably already heard it, depending on how this shit goes down.
Oh yes, you do not know how to boot up Windows 10? Install Windows 10? I will help you.
Yeah.
This is how you hack Steam games. This is how to pirate, how to torrent movies for free.
For free!
I'm the IT guy.
Yay.
Here are all my cracked games. All my cracked game consoles. Or something. Dude, everything in that house is modded.
Yeah, definitely.
Everything in that house has the Kaneko approval sign of modding.
I wouldn't be surprised if Suako has like a DS or something trapped down there. She probably does. I mean, she could come out. What?
Yes.
She does? Oh my god.
Not a DS. Not a DS,
but a handheld, but something down there.
A handheld, another handheld.
Oh my god. At least I solved something.
Not a Switch.
Obviously not. It's from like 2007. Or whatever year they came out.
Not a Switch. And the DS would be pretty new by that time, though.
Yeah. A Game Boy? Game Boy Advance, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
I think we solved the mystery then. Suako.
No, like, you know what's Suako's favorite manga?
What?
Hunter x Hunter.
Hunter x Hunter. Oh, she's gonna be so mad.
No, like, she is mad. Like, it's not like, it's one of my favorites. I think it's one of, like, it's one of the ones she has collected. Everything is just like she literally asks them, like, do you know the ending to Hunter x Hunter? I don't. They were like, they used the excuse of the thing is that not even Maribel and Renko know, because that was
like 80 years, yeah.
She was old by that time, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah. Still on hiatus, by the way, but we made a robot version of the author.
No, like it was kind of funny because like they all read the mangas and stuff, but the thing is that Kaneko's collection Suaku's collection cannot grow
Yeah.
unless they start doing manga in Gensokyo, which is unlikely.
Yeah. Oh, so another thing, Kaneko, she can't go anywhere that's like outside of the shrine or doesn't have any thing of worship, right? Can she?
Yeah, no, like it has
No.
to be basically. I guess she can. I don't know. No. Negative. Now I'm
Yeah,
thinking
because
about it now.
when she like waves us goodbye and stuff, she stays inside where the Tori is.
Kaneko is very, very much more limited than like Suwako in terms of movement.
I see.
She only appears where there's a shrine for her.
I see. And I guess
So
must be really
this
boring.
includes her main shrine and stuff.
I said must have been born in the outside world. She couldn't really go anywhere.
She can stay in the shrine grounds where it's literally all her things she needs. So
Yeah,
I
but,
guess
like,
not that.
I guess. I guess.
I guess for an
it would feel
IT god,
boring.
I guess for an IT god, it should be.
Yeah.
For a god, that's a nerd, I guess.
Also, Suwako was when we met her, and she was talking to us, and I mean Reiko and Maribel. She's like, I wonder if she met you two, I wonder if things would have went differently. So that's something to know.
That's about like them treating her like a person.
Yeah, but like, I also see it like if she had friends like that, they wouldn't have had to come here. Well, in my interpretation, it felt like that.
That's an interesting point, actually.
Yeah.
It's an interesting pause. Didn't think about that.
Yeah.
But would make more sense. Yes, would make sense. Anyways, do you have any other ideas?
Not
Other
that.
than what games did they play? They played Mario and Luigi.
Oh, great! That's awesome. No, I don't have any on the top of my head. I guess I'll go to sleep and I'll think about something and I'll be like, damn it, I should have said that, and I'll tweet about it later. Anyway.
No, you'll read the conclusion and you'll be like, fuck.
Fuck.
Fuck, I was right. I was right.
Yay! I was right about everything. I knew she was gonna kill her.
No, but there's some things you said that were right, as I said. Some things you said are right. This was a lot more like PCB because I could guide you a bit less than in Imperishable Night. You did not get it wrong the first 10 minutes because Imperishable Night, the bases, like the concepts you needed to base yourself on were
I bet the long novel's a better read. I bet the long novel's a better read. I should reread that and see if it,
You should read the ending on long novel.
Yeah.
I should do that. Like, I think the case itself, like the concepts for the case, I think are much more simplified and easier to...
Yeah, much more digestible. Yeah.
Yeah, like, because I think the problem with AN is that it's not like a bad case per se with bad plot. I think it was just too, like, broad.
Yeah.
And too abstract. Like, concepts were too abstract, even for Eternity.
Yeah.
I had to guide you like a blind person.
Yeah.
Through it because it was too broad and you couldn't really connect the dots if it's too broad. It needs to be more specific. In this case, while on one hand gives you a lot more things to work on other than Imperishable Night, like Imperishable Night gives you a lot less info, but because the info is more broad, like less points to pick up, but because the info is so much more abstract, it's so much harder. While in this case, it gives you way more information, way more things for you to pick up on, but also things are a lot more specific, so it works better.
Yeah.
You need to have more specific things for you to guess it at least a bit.
I guess Shinobu thinks too highly of me. Shinobu, if you're watching this, which you probably aren't, because you are Japanese and you can't,
Sad face.
Oh, make a case for me specifically a little easier for kids, for dummies, and I'll do it, and I'll look smart, and everybody would love me.
I think that would I think that will be when they get off hiatus.
Yeah, how long have they been on hiatus for?
Couple of years.
Oh! I see. My God.
But you do need, like, basically the cutoff point for the ending, like, because they cut off, they started the hiatus midway through the ending novel.
Mm-hmm.
So, and the ending is actually lolk.
Okay. I see.
So lolk is kind of the ending point. After that, they don't lolk slash urban legend.
Oh, okay. I guess that's fine. I mean, at least we
Things
know
are-
he's alive.
Like that is kind of the cutoff point. Does not mean that people don't appear.
Of course. Okay.
Because you know, if you think about it, like the games, like he went slower than the games.
Yeah.
So he could always just include someone from earlier, like further on, like how he did with Aya, for example.
And Moko.
And Moko, like they can appear earlier than their respective case, so that doesn't mean anything. It just means, like, in terms of canon events, it goes up to lolk.
Yeah. Oh.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Sadly there's no Hecatya.
Really?
No.
I see. Damn.
That was like, really sad.
That's like such a thing you can't. But I guess. It's more Junko.
There was no Hecatya. There was no Junko.
What? What is this case about?
It's the ending. They start mixing things.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we should discuss that.
I said Sumireko. I said urban legend because of that. Also.
Oh yeah. Is Renko gonna meet Sumireko then?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh, okay. But that would be fucky. What the hell? I totally forgot about that. They would totally meet, huh? If the games are gonna keep going like that. Wow. I wonder what's it gonna be like.
And he said that he Amber and stuff like that. You need to read it when you get there.
Yeah.
You'll read it.
Yeah.
Then you have. And you also have, but for that you also have the Dawa Chisen's fan ending. So.
I see.
Which in my experience is the best thing I've ever read. The perfect conclusion.
I see.
It's really good. It's like recommended. It's like obligatory reading for you after it. You will read it because the way he left it in a cliffhanger, in a really, really big one. He left it. It's like he had his novel left it at the worst fucking possible moment.
Wow.
I never recovered. That's why I had to read it, and I did not regret it. But really, like it's a good fan ending, and it like basically really works well because they picked up on everything from the first half, because it basically cut off at half.
I see.
They cut off the case at Asaki had to stop the case at half point. But it's a pretty good ending, and it's a really good case. Like that last part of because the cases will only get better from here.
Yeah, you said that. You say that a lot, and it's true.
And it is true. And it's true. It's true because you'll get to see your beloved Shinky.
Yes. I'm so happy. I can't wait, man.
For like a single case.
Yeah.
Oh, you actually see her 2 times. I forgot.
Oh, neat.
I'm not gonna say the second one, but I think you see her 2 times. I think. And then you're gonna get 10 Desires, which for some people it's not the best one. It's actually the worst one. The worst case of them all. I'm not gonna comment.
So it's 10. Will 10.5 be another one of the short cases?
You mean like
Scarlet Rather Rhapsody's next, right?
Oh yeah, that case is interesting.
Is it one of the long ones? Oh, it's short. Okay.
It's shorter. Every single one of those is shorter, except for Hopeless Masquerade.
I see.
Hopeless Masquerade is different. It's one of my favorites, but it's also really different. It's more it's traditional murder style whodunit, not Renko style whodunit. Just traditional.
I see. Oh wow.
But the other cases are all like shorter.
Okay.
Like Scarlet Letter Rhapsody doesn't mean they're not interesting. Like I really did like Scarlet Letter Rhapsody and
Understand.
Hifuu Tensoku too. Hifuu Tensoku is really funny.
I see.
Hifuu Tensoku is really funny. That's all I gotta say. Scarlet Letter Rhapsody was interesting as well. But you're not gonna have any more like Case 9 things.
Huh?
Like you're not gonna have any more like, oh yeah, okay, this is a main case. This is not like from a 0.5 or a point game. It's not gonna happen.
I see.
All the next cases are gonna be important if they don't have a point.
Okay, makes sense.
You still can't skip. You still can't skip them.
I wasn't going to.
No, like you can skip them. You can skip Suika. It's just their introduction. they say it again anyways. But because Suika's so fucking irrelevant. But every ones, especially Hifuu Tensoku, you cannot skip Hifuu Tensoku.
I see.
You cannot skip Hifuu Tensoku. You cannot. It's long, especially if you say, oh, but it's DLC.
It's DLC.
No, you cannot. Ten Desires is the weakest one, I guess.
I see.
Objectively, it doesn't mean it's actually the weakest one. It just means it's a little flawed. It's got its own little issues.
We know. We heard.
You know. You heard. We heard. You heard. We heard, Renko. We heard you.
Hey, Renko, let's just sit this one out. You know?
No, they're gonna. No. I think they're gonna adapt it. They're gonna
change it up.
It's gonna be a little bit of. I think it's gonna. Yeah, I think they're gonna do some. It's gonna be a work a bit like how PCB did. You know.
I kind of want to read.
Like in the sense.
I just want to see what it is. You know.
Then you can download it now. I guess.
Yeah, I should download all of them right now, actually. Because I think they're working on 10.5 right now. I think so.
Yes.
Yeah, they are. I don't know how far they are into it. I can't look into it because I'm scared. I'm gonna spoil myself.
I think they're pretty far ahead. I haven't checked.
I see. So I should probably start downloading that right now.
But it's gonna. I think it's gonna be like PCB where like the wording changed.
Yeah.
Like the wording changed, so it's like because they misunderstood or like usual misunderstanding stuff. So I don't think it's gonna be that bad. Some part of it might not be saved, but maybe some of it will.
Yeah.
We'll wait and find out. I'll wait and find out. I'll reread when it's out because it's one of my favorites.
I see.
In any case.
Yeah, we should probably.
I don't know what else.
Because this is an hour and 50.
Dude, we can cut all of this part where we were discussing cases. You can just cut this out. Literally.
Yeah, I will.
It's irrelevant.
Yeah,
cut this out because we were just discussing case qualities.
Yeah. Anyway, that was it for Hifuu Hour.
Wait, shouldn't we just sum up the ideas you have?
Okay, fine, I guess.
You don't want to look into them. You're ashamed?
No, it was kind of all over the place, but let's see what I said. Okay.
From what I remember, your brainstorming included, since you introduced it, now I'm going to finish this.
Okay.
You included saying, you started off saying, oh yeah, for, who is Lady Kanako?
Yeah.
You said, oh, she's Sanae's mom. But then you kind of went in a bit around, like, later.
Yeah.
Like, oh, because Aya said this, but can you trust Aya?
Yeah.
Can you trust Aya? And you start talking about, like, what divine spirit is, what's a god, the difference, what that makes Sanae. Yeah. And then you kind of go into the question, the last question a bit, actually. Like, why did the Moria Shrine people come to Gensokyo? And you say that it was actually because people didn't treat Sanae right.
Yeah.
And they wanted to stop that kind of treatment, so they moved to Gensokyo. Then we also go into, like, Sanae's semantics on family and ostracization, stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, does that mean, what does that mean for other people? What does it mean for her family? What does it mean for her? What does it mean for worship? Yeah. And then that sums it up for the actual thing, like, because these people still worship her, even in 2080, like Mary and Renko said. And that brings us to the second but last question, which is why does the Moria Shrine half-heartedly resemble the Suwa Grand Shrine of the outside world?
Yeah.
And we say that it's because the thing that actually moved was like the Yakimiya, which included Sanae's living quarter and every single part of the worship thing, but which so that you can worship both Sanako and Surako, but also that it didn't really impact the outside world because there were other gods.
Yeah.
So I think that's all you said, right? Or is there something I missed?
Well, for theory of things, I did mention how Sonic could be a ghost baby, a god baby,
I thought you didn't take that seriously, but
I
sure.
didn't, but it is a thing I said, okay? It is a thing.
Okay. You just don't want to leave any regrets, right?
Yeah, It was like, damn it, I knew the ghost baby was real. I should have stuck with my guns. And also I had the cult killing theory,
Oh, yeah.
That too. The Suako kill someone so they run away theory.
Serial killer Suwako.
Yeah. And then we got the grandmother was a liar the whole time theory. All in all, 10 out of 10 theories all across the board. So, yeah.
What's next, dude? Look, the family starts a campaign for Sanae to be president.
Yeah.
Or something, or I don't know. Actually, the entire world is under its family, Sanae family.
Yeah.
Or they're aliens or something. There's so much to choose.
Exactly. And only one of them is right. And we'll see next time. Well, not next time. You're going to see it right now. Cause
maybe a lot of them aren't right. Maybe
all of them aren't.
All of them.
But whatever.
Maybe all of them are. Maybe some of them are. Maybe none of them are.
We'll never know.
You'll know.
I mean, I'll know. Like, soon. You'll know now, because you're watching a YouTube video, so it's just going to skip to the part where I talk about it. But yeah. Thank you guys for watching. Hifuu Hour 3!
Thank you!
Welcome to the Hifuu Detective Agency, Case 6.
You said, like, Hifuu Hour 3, yeah. Also, yeah. I didn't even introduce myself. You just let me, I'm just Gee.
I did introduce you. I said my co-host Gee, didn't I? At the start?
But the other ones, you were like, oh, he's an artist. Dude didn't even say that now.
Because we're on the third installment. Everybody knows already. I had you as my profile pic for like half a year. I think people will know now. You'll be fine.
Ack.
Yeah, he's an artist, I guess. Links in the description, I guess, if you want. Coffee, I guess. Or Kofi. I don't know how people say it. I say coffee. I think it's Kofi.
Ko-fi.
Ko-fi? That sounds dumb. It's obviously a play on coffee, though. But I'm just give him $1. I don't care.
Commission me, actually.
Or you can do that too.
I prefer that. Or just not. Or just watch my art. I prefer that over any donation.
Yeah, watch his art.
I like to give back.
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna say that.
What?
No, nothing. You do.
What were you gonna say?
Nothing.
I'm gonna start spoiling you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna say whenever he does draw, because it's been a while. But it's
I've been drawing. I drew yesterday. It just wasn't posting quality.
This is what happens with artists, dude. It's not posting quality. We're never gonna see you again.
Most likely. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Welcome to the conclusion part of the video, where I discuss what the answers are. And to get out of the way, I was wrong. So was Renko. Let's start with what Renko states. Renko goes forward with my theory on that Kaneko is Sanae's real mother. She came up to this conclusion by detailing the contradictions on what Kaneko claims to be. Takemi Nakata, claiming that if Kaneko is a native god, it would be impossible for Kaneko to split her presence into other places. Kaneko refused this, saying that Suako is a native god, and the reason why they brought the lake and found a place similar to the surroundings of Suwa Grand Shrine was to let Suako connect to it, and since they didn't want Suako, a curse god, to be shown to the public yet, Kaneko stepped in to fill the role of mountain god. But Renko was not finished, bringing up that if Kaneko claims to be Takemi Nakata, she must have fought and defeated the goddess Maria. Kaneko agrees. Renko, with that confirmation, decides to push further, making the claim that if Kaneko was the one to defeat Moria, why is Kaneko going through such great lengths to help Suako gather faith? Kaneko states that it's because they are business partners, and after a while, they've grown close. It wouldn't be right for Kaneko to try and force Suako here if it would possibly kill her, and bringing all the gods would make Suako fade away into the amalgamation of gods that make up Moria. So for the sake of Suako and Sanae, who she practically raised with Suako, she can do a little heavy lifting. Though Kaneko questions maybe she could have talked to them about it before just deciding for herself. But anyway, we finally get to the shrine discrepancies, with Renko saying that Maria's shrine has always been a shrine built to closely resemble the Suwa Grand Shrine, even in the outside world. Since no one in Gensokyo wouldn't even know about Suwa, of course it would look the same as before. She later goes into more detail, that the Maria shrine is the last remnant of the old god Maria. Basically, the shrine was made to be off the grid. Renko talks about Kaneko's motive with Sanae, saying the things I've said. They wanted to dissolve the priestess tradition, and didn't want Sanae to bear the weight anymore, and so they left the weird cult. Renko talks more, but I think I covered enough. Now to Kaneko's response. Kaneko admits she's not Takemi Nakata, and it is not the Grand Suwa Shrine, but being Sanae's mother is not true. Well, in the sense that you think. So basically, there's a bunch of corpses. Okay, no joke. Every time a priestess dies, their body is mummified and kept in the basement, dressed up and worshipped as Lady Yasuka. I don't know, but technically a little bit of Sanae's mom is in there, so I was close. But it's funny how Suako just has an amalgamation of all her daughters with her. How bizarre, but kinda wholesome. And it's all happened cause Suako got horny, man. Anyway, for the shrine fiasco, Kaneko says that Suwa doesn't look like the Akemiya, but actually the Akemiya looks like Suwa. To keep this short, basically Takemi Nakata does not know cultural sensitivity and he sucks and we all hate him. Now the reason she decided to go as Take is because Renko and Mary asked if she was Yasuka Tome, and to not frighten them away, she rolled with it. So if Mary and Renko kept their mouths shut, none of this would have happened. Anyway, that's the conclusion. Don't forget, I've only given a poor written summary of it, so I highly recommend reading it for yourselves. Anyway, that was Hifuu Hour. Thank you. Goodbye. 伸ばした先に翼はなくていつか見た神話